Hey guys, this is Tyler, and this is my family tree. My family tree is actually it's kind of crazy. The family tree you see actually from me to my parents is actually skipping a generation because who you see as my parents, Buddy and Maxine, they are actually my maternal grandparents. They adopted me when I was about 2 or 3 days old. For 31 years, they've been my parents. They always have been. They always will be. And my birth mother, she is my sister. That's the way I've always thought of her. It's always funny trying to explain to people and looking at the facial expressions of people when I try to explain this to them. But it's made sense to me since I was a little kid. So I just kind of expect it to make sense to everybody else. But so anyway. If you look at the family tree, what you see on here, you see one college graduate. That's me. I'm the first one on either side, at least within the immediate family, and that I know of that has graduated college. And I'm definitely the only one to go on for a postgraduate degree. So. My dad, he's pretty proud, very proud father, still brags about me, and, even being 31 years old, it's still kind of embarrassing. But he's a proud man. He's a proud man as well because he worked for Flowers Baking Company for about 45 years. That's your Nature's Own bread and your bunny bread and all that kind of good stuff. And he worked there pretty much right after he graduated high school. He was 3 years younger than Maxine, so as soon as he graduated high school, they went and got married and started having a family. And then a couple years later, he started working for Flowers, and like I said, worked there for 45 years. And most of that was working 18-hour days. So he was working a lot. Maxine, I think she had little jobs here and there, but for the most part, she after she graduated high school, and then after they got married, she was pretty much just a homemaker, housewife, and raised the family and kept everything kind of going. She actually, you can see there, she passed away back in August of '94. So I was 10 at the time, and I remember little things here and there, but not a whole lot of memories of her left. My dad got remarried to the lady he dated whenever he was in high school. He got remarried to her a couple years after Maxine died, and she's been my mom for nearly 20 years now. And I guess I could have another branch to my family tree. It would just be all kinds of crazy. Starting with Maxine's parents, Max and Imogene, they were from Swainsboro, which is, I guess, about 100 miles west of Savannah. Max was a pharmacist. I don't think he went to school. I think he just somehow got some kind of certificate to become a pharmacist. I think you were able to do that back in the day. But he was a pharmacist, and after he and Imogene got married, they moved to Thomasville, and he actually opened up his own pharmacy downtown. And the building is still there today, but it's turned into I think it's a Christian bookstore now. But it's kind of cool to go by the store and say, hey, that was my grandfather's, and he died before I was born, but still it's kind of cool. Imogene, she again, I think she had a couple jobs after she got married to Max, but she too was a homemaker, housewife. And I can't remember if she only went up to 11th grade because that's all they had back in the day, or if she just stopped going to school. I'm pretty sure it's all they had. She only went to 11th grade. Her parents, Lawson and Victoria, they owned a big cotton plantation in Swainsboro. Max's parents, his dad, James, he believe opened up one of the first banks in Swainsboro in Emmanuel County. I can't really remember, but anyway, the Mason family and the Bishop family, they were, I sound kind of snotty saying this, but they were, two of the most prominent families in Swainsboro. So it was, I guess, kind of destined that Max and Imogene would be married. I don't know a whole lot about where they came from, other than that their descendants came from England. That's really all I know. If you go up to my dad, Cranford and Martha, on the Meeks side, starting with Cranford Meeks Sr., his parents, I know they lived outside of Vidalia, I think in Lyons and Vidalia, somewhere around there. And one of them's family parents came from North Carolina, and then when I was researching this last year, I couldn't find anything past North Carolina. But then if you go down to the Scully side, my dad's mom, Martha Scully, her dad, Ernest, he was a farmer in South Georgia around Ocklackney and Thomasville. His parents, Edward and Francis, they actually immigrated from Ireland. And Ernest was the first child born in America. So it was really cool when I went to Ireland one weekend when I was doing study abroad. I went over to Dublin and I found the family crest. So that was really cool to see that. The Cannon family, I don't really know a whole lot about that. My parents, again, seeing as how they are, my grandparents, they're a lot older parents, so I don't have as many as much information as I would like to have. So yeah, that's really about all that there is to it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed.